3. Funk.
Well, it's not quite Sunday, but it's definitely a very nice looking Saturday here at Thruxton Circuit. It's this 11th round of CMH Formula 5000 1972. My name is Pascal Mikula, and don't worry, you'll only hear me for this little segment because I will instantly give away the microphone to today's commentator, Matthew Sibanyoni.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's been a long time coming. We had to delay this race 1 week to get everything sorted out. We are having issues with getting everything set up with the server. But we're finally here for the 11th round, and it's a fan favorite track. Actually, the context behind that little extra video you guys saw there today is actually because this track, Thruxton, is a beloved sort of meme in our community with Thruxton Thursdays. So I hope that you enjoyed that little tidbit. And now you know, and maybe it'll when we ever revisit Thruxton, you'll see it again. But that's not the only news I have for you guys today. Today I'm with a new commentator in the box, and he goes by the name of Jack. So Jack, if you want to introduce yourself to the crowd here today.
Good evening. I'm Jack, and I'll be commentating this race. I've been told that this could turn out very interesting, considering the cars are pretty crazy, if you ask me. So I can't wait to see what happens.
So a little background for you, Jack, on how this season is turning out. I will quickly zip over to the standings to let you know. So currently, as of round 10, Hockenheim, that happened about 3 weeks ago, if my memory serves me well, we have Pascal Mikula with 42 points leading in the standings, followed by Edis Batars with 37 points, a regular at CMH, always looking to drive. Following that is the British Joe Gillette at 32, the Russian German Korev at 29, the Colombian Juan Guerrero at 19, Stefano Caletta, who has personally blown me away at the beginning of the season with his debut win at his home track Monza, of all places to have a maiden win. Or no, that was Giovanni Centorame. My bad. That was Giovanni Centorame. So Stefano Caletta, 15 points. Anderson Bernardino, a clean and hardworking Brazilian driver at 14 points. Giovanni is who I'm talking about, the very successful rookie that got the maiden win in Italy, if I remember. Then Wilmer Johnson, we haven't been able to see him very often, from Sweden, 9 points. Gustavo Lospero from Italy, also tied with Wilmer at 9 points. Marcel Jahoda from Slovakia with 6 points. Usually a regular in the chats of CMH. But not very frequent to join the circuit because he has a bit of hardware issues at the moment. Thomas McHugh with 5 points from Ireland. Lucas Gomez from Spain with 4 points. We see him quite often. Matthew Aboyski from our first American driver to ever race with us with 4 points as well. Jessica, we have not heard much news of her from France, but we hope everything goes well with those we don't see. Damir Karatko, he's no longer in this series actually, so I can't really comment on that. Myself in 17th, as I'm building a new computer at the moment, I haven't been able to participate in any races, unfortunately. Owen Potter, another regular at CMH, a new face from Britain with 2 points. And last but not least, Halil Sahib from Turkey. We don't see him often, but he is a frequent chatter around the server. Anyway, that's the points done. And I'll hand it back over to you.
With that said, Matt, very good. Thank you. Another one that's really interesting is not just the standings, but you know, we're at Thruxton. What do we do here at Thruxton? Let's have a look at the track map. It's not only on the left, but let's have a look proper. Thruxton Circuit, located in Andover in Hampshire in Great Britain. I actually have no idea where it is. Must be somewhere in England. About 3.79 kilometers long. That's 2.35 miles. It used to be an old airfield in World War II, like many a track in Great Britain. With 13 turns and a 30-lap race today at our hands, we're looking at just over 110 kilometers of racing. Or 70.7 miles. After the monster race we had prior, Monza and Hockenheim, where you had to refuel in order to make it to the end, this is really just a little sprint.
And with that, I'll cut back in.
Please excuse the safety car doing its thing. That's one bug I haven't. I have tried to fix bugs with the pace car. The problem, I know that happens. The problem is I haven't been able to fix that, and the pace car is starting to kill everyone again.
I wouldn't worry because that's a safety car. So right now it's just doing the safety dance.
Oh, there's Edie's Bottas.
Oh no. Dear!
Oh! Ow!
That's not going well.
Oh man!
Oh, that's a very safe dance indeed.
Yes.
Oh,
great!
Oh my goodness, we're having a few unsafe releases here already. Yeah. Anyway, we're currently now in the recon lab procedure, so the race session is underway. And I'm just explaining that for anyone who's viewing who hasn't tuned in before, and for Jack, our color commentator today. The drivers have 10 minutes now to get out on track and to sit on the grid. The pits are now open. After 10 minutes, the pits will close. After that, everyone who's still on track has 2 minutes to get to the grid. And after that, we have a formation lap and 30 laps of racing. So currently, we're looking at Edie's Bottas, who has gone to a Lola T190, an older car, the number 36.
In my opinion, it's certainly much better looking than his previous ride.
Yes, I mean, it looks very sleek. I mean, I'm kind of tooting my own horn because I'm driving a T192. But, the T190 is definitely a nice little car.
The funny thing is, this is supposedly a worse chassis car than the car he was previously driving. But the way it's designed, it looks like it would go faster.
Well, the thing is, by 1972, you got to the point in the technology where stuff like front-mounted radiators were kind of out of date already. So, we haven't got any of those cars on track today, but and Lucas, okay. But Lola T300, that thing is it's an ugly duck of a car, but it's fast because it's got side-mounted radiators. It's got much more smoothly designed aerodynamics around the front and also the rear. So, you know, and that's why it's the fastest car in the mod in the season, and no one currently is driving it. But anyway, with that said, there's now just a few minutes left for drivers to get out on track, about 7 minutes to be precise. So I will hop into my car and get to the grid. Now, Jack and Matt, have at it.
Will do, thank you.
Okay. So, are we gonna fight over the mic like Hunt and Walker, or are we gonna be civil?
I mean, it depends. I have a gun and you probably don't. So who's gonna win the fight for the microphone?
I mean, if your gun can shoot over thousands of kilometers, come at me. But I don't think that'll be possible.
I mean, he's a tanker. He's playing. I mean, do you still play World of Tanks, Jack?
No, I do not actually.
Okay, we used to play World of Tanks together. So yeah, you know, Karl Garat and stuff like that. That thing, yeah, that's a gun that can shoot over a few seas, but not anymore.
Well, if we ever go to war again, God forbid, I'll stay out of your way. All right. So we're just eagerly waiting for the clock to run down to get this race underway, and then we can go to work.
It looks like there's a good bit of peace currently on the track. There's no one behind me. I mean, everyone is. Yeah, everyone's either on the grid or just leaving the pits now. And as I said, you can do as many recon laps as you want. The only catch is you have to go through the pit lane at slow speed. There are a few drivers who have gone, who've fell foul to that in the past, and well, hope it doesn't happen today. It shouldn't. But
surely
here we
by
go.
now, with only like less than a handful of rounds left in the season, surely by now, everyone should know better.
Well, let's have a look. Anderson Bernardino's already on the grid, and I just... Oh, come on, and here we go. Put it into park. Oh, these cars really don't have a parking gear, but... Yeah. Let's have a look. I can see on
They
the
do
map...
have a race gear, so try that once you're trying to get off the line.
Yeah.
Just go into the gear that says R when the lights go out. I guarantee you will have the best start of your life.
Yeah, that's the race gear. It's purposely made to be fast because it's a race gear. Can't go wrong with that one.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm just looking into the commentary team chat. There's something
Oh, and
very funny, very
end gear.
fun. Oh yeah,
End
the end
gear is nitro gear.
Oh
So
yeah, I thought no.
go very
I'm not gonna-
fast with that one.
No, Matt, just have a look into the commentary team chat. That's quite funny. I don't know if you've seen that yet, but you know. Oh, as there's 80s Bottas having a little excursion. Where is that? Where is he? That's... I don't know where that was. I was somewhere. He took a very interesting line through that corner, definitely.
I think he forgot he's driving a Formula 5000 car, and I think he's thinking of driving like a Suzuki Jimny or something like that.
Well, okay, the 5-minute warning just got off. There's 3 minutes left to leave the pits, and then 2 minutes to get to the grid. Jack, you're pretty new to R Factor, and I kind of want to show you. Let's look. They're already racing. Look at that. They're already having at it.
I saw the message in the chat. For someone who isn't much of a fan, he definitely must be a subscriber to stay up to date on all these race streams.
For someone who's not really supportive of the game, he must be really You know, he's really shown up a lot.
and,
It's it must be kind of an obsession at this point.
yeah, but I mean, I'm sorry that your channel got taken down, but
That wasn't us.
I don't have the time.
That really wasn't us.
Please.
Trust me, bro.
Yeah.
Here's our pole sitter. What a lap, man. Giovanni Centorami. I thought I had the pole with the 109.2, which is my personal best, but he just went out and did a 108.8. I mean, give a round of applause to this Italian. He just really, really destroyed the lap charts with that. Unbelievably nice.
Uh-oh.
What's
going on here?
What's going on where?
Oh, does he have time, or what's going on?
Oh, yeah. There's still a minute left until the pits close.
He shouldn't be going all out, because he'll just teleport to the grid anyway if he doesn't make it in time.
No. He's got a minute left until the pits close, and then there's still 2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
That's another message I just saw in the commentary team chat. That's oh, don't read it just yet, Matt. Anyway, 1 minute left until the pits close, and if we can just switch to the start-finish line on the cameras, because just switch to, I don't know, Giovanni's car into the onboard. Look at the starting lights. This is one feature I was gonna say, Jack. You're new to R-Factor, and R-Factor is really freaking advanced for a game from 2005, 2006. Those start lights are counting down the minutes until you're the started for formation lap. So basically, 2 lights are on, 2 rows of lights. That means there's 2 minutes and 20 seconds now left until the start of the formation lap. That's quite neat.
That is pretty neat.
It is. As technology connections would say, that's what I call neat.
Neat. I mean,
Anyway.
You can clearly tell that the person who did this track is, put a lot of effort into it.
Definitely. Okay, the pits are now closed.
As much effort you can, not to be a cynic, but as much effort you can put in for an airfield. I mean,
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Okay, 2 minutes left until the pits close. 1 minute and 40 to be completely exact. In about 30 seconds now, since there's in a minute and 30 left to go, the informality of having the most famous words in motorsport spoken will take place. Since everyone has their engines off, it will be quite... Oh, I just noticed I rolled a bit too far forward. Okay, there we go.
slow down a lot of you before you crash into each other before.
That's definitely they definitely had a bit of a kerfuffle there, but they're getting to the grid now. 5th place, 80s Bottas, 4th place, German Korev. Okay, gentlemen, start your engines. "40 seconds until the start of the formation lap. Everyone's on the grid. Engines are running. They do take their time to warm up. And I think there's 9 cars currently on the grid. The grid is complete. And I think Matt is gonna be able to talk us through the grid for today's race at Thruxton when we get to the formation lap. I will now mute my microphone and only chip in if there's really something important. Until then, Jack and Matt, have fun. And yeah, let's go.
And away they go on the formation lap. Our pole sitter, the fantastic Giovanni Centorami from Italy, leading the pack for today's race. Following that is Pascal Mikula, as you've recently just heard from him. Then, as behind that is the home racer for today, Joe Gillette, who is following Mikula today, who probably definitely give him a run for his money. German Korev, He's been quite unlucky for the past couple of races, but he has the pace. Whoa. Control your car. The tires are cold, man. And then Edis Batar's behind him. And behind Edis Batar's is Lucas Gomez, who has also had trouble. I have seen him perform well in the past couple of races, but he has had some issues with his car. And then following that, Bernardino, always a consistent driver, got a podium in Italy. Stopanen, who injured his knee, so he's going to be driving injured today. He injured his knee before today's sim race in a motorcycle accident, so I hope that heals for him soon. And then finally, the American Matthew Sibanyoni. So that's our grid for today's race, and as they go around the final chicane to grid up and wait for the lights to go out, I wish all of them good luck. Who are you betting, Jack, to perform well based on who you know, who you've heard about? Who do you think will come out on top today?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Matt. I'm on the fence between Pascal and Centorame, because the Centorame just blasted Pascal's qualifying lap, just blown it away, and I honestly don't know.
Oh, lights are out and they're off. And Mikula gets the lead into the first corner today, so Centorame is already on the back foot despite getting pole. It looks like everyone commentators curse. No, everyone is fine. I think they got away. I was just Lucas and Sopanen getting a bit white. It looks like Korev is already trying to have a look at Batar's for a position early on in the race. Centorame is tucked neatly behind Pascal as he goes on the inside line looking for an overtaking spot. I think he'll get the move done. Yeah,
I think he got it done. Yeah. Oh wow.
They're quite close now. Look at the space between them. There's nothing between them there.
They're literally neck to neck.
Joe and Thurs side by side coming into the final chicane. Look at that. Korev close behind. Over the curbs they go. Suspensions bouncing. Joe in third position, still fighting hard to keep Batar's at bay. So it looks like your prediction will be quite accurate for this race. It's between the Italian and the German.
Oh yeah.
But I suspect that Joe will actually surprise us today.
How come?
Because he's always been fast and he's always been consistent, and I think consistency is more than anything will be the key to winning today's race, because it's a sprint race, it's a short track race. I'll be back, actually. It looks like I'm getting a phone call from a relative, but if you want to take it away and get what I want to hear from you is what kind of strategies are we going to hear? Are we going to see, not hear? Apologies from people today. Let me just take this phone call very quickly. I'll be back.
Okay, no problem. So it seems like everything's going smoothly still. Fingers crossed, commentators curse. I don't want to, bring any bad luck to any of the drivers, and I can see that they're really, really cutting the corner close to the apex and almost going on two wheels, some of them. Centorame and Mikula are still in the lead. Mikula's gap to Centorame is widening, it seems, a little bit. So I guess my prediction was right. We'll have to see whether or not Mikula goes for the attack later on once Centorami is fired out. Oh, okay, that was interesting. Joe just overtook the German. I was not expecting that. That was okay. That was a really nicely done overtake, honestly. And I was not expecting that. Let's see if Mikula can recover from that. Ooh. Bumper to bumper racing. Now that's the stuff that keeps you glued to the chair. Fantastic defending from Thurs.
It looks like Bernardino actually spun. He's kind of, actually now he's just behind Juho now, behind Juho Sopanen. But he definitely fell back from his good qualifying position down to 9th place. The thing is, Bernardino scored points in every race he entered so far. So, he's not the fastest driver, but he's definitely consistent. And I'm pretty sure he wants to keep that record of scoring points in every race, every F5000 race that he entered so far. So he wants to get past Sopanen, Oboisky, and then Lucas Gomez to get back into the points. Although today's competition is quite fierce, especially around the lower points paying positions, so he definitely has his work cut out as well.
Thank you for that input, Pascal. I'm sorry about that, viewers. I had to take an important phone call. It won't happen again for the rest of the race, and I can guarantee you my unnerved attention towards the rest of the happenings of the race. Oh, as Edis Batarz clips the grass there, almost went off. I think he looked very loose.
He's being very aggressive with his defense.
Yeah, German is giving him work to do. Look how close he gets on the chicane. Clearly, Korev has. Yeah, he set the car up for the corners, not the straights. As you can see, how far Batarz gets once he goes into the straights. Well, he must be using a lower downforce setup today. And they're both, even despite the fact that two of them are battling, it seems they're closing the gap on Mikula quite quickly, which is unexpected. You'd think that two fast drivers fighting to keep position away from each other would actually get slower, but it's the opposite effect. It doesn't look like anything dramatic happened while I was away. It looks like everyone is still racing on track. But look at the pace of the top five. And Gillette is now competing for the win. Oh, but Thurs, you gotta keep it in control. Goes off again, the same spot he went off at the past lap. Hard onto the brakes, and he's gone over the curb. He's cut the corner, so he has to give away that position to Kurev. Well done to Kurev for putting pressure on Thurs to take that 4th position.
Was bound to happen. You drive too aggressively, you end up making a mistake like that.
You'd be very right, as they lap Bernardino, who seems to be having issues getting to grips with this car around Thruxton today. He's normally more competitive than the pace that he's currently running at.
And remember, about the pace, I'm sorry to cut in. Yeah, Bernardino is having a bit of trouble. He's got lapped already. Sopanen is the next one. But remember, Sopanen has an injured knee. Speaking about the pace at the front, which is very impressive indeed, Joe is looking for his 2nd win in a row. He won at Hockenheimring. And Giovanni is looking for his second win in F5000 in total. Remember, he was in contention for the race win at Hockenheim as well until he had an accident. And he then had the spectacular accident on the final lap, which we caught quite nicely on camera.
Speaking of those two, look at the gap. 1 second. Can we get a shot on a... Oh, it's open and it's off. It looks like that knee injury has caught up to him. Can't work his pedals very well with that issue. But despite that misfortune, let's try and find out who's going to win. Because let's right on board with Joe and see from a closer perspective. Look, yeah, he's not very far at all. And look at the way he's gripping the corner. The long sweeping right-hander of Thruxton. That's where he's gaining the time. I can see it. It looks like Centrame has gone for a less downforce orientated approach because he's losing a lot of time. I think, look, if we look into the chicane now, he's going to lose quite a bit of time under braking. Look at that. Look at that. You can see the distance close. Just like that, the gap is closed even more. So we're going to see a proper fight here between the Englishman and the Italian.
If we can keep this driving up, yeah.
Yeah, Centrame is pound for pound one of the most consistent drivers I've seen before. And despite Gillett's pace, he is prone, even the best can be prone to incidents. So we'll watch that closely as it develops. It looks like Joe has closed the gap even further, so I hate to divert attention away from Korev, who is having his best race so far this season. Well, since the past 3 races, really. But Joe is getting even closer and closer to Centrame, and I want to see how Centrame defends that. As Oboyski now, the American, is being lapped for the first time today. And because of that, Centrame has lost even more time to Gillet, who is probably going to try a move on this lap. Let's get a reverse swing cam on Centrame and watch as the gap closes. A reversed view on Centrame, if that's possible. There. Oh, we had it. We missed it there. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, let's see. Watch how the gap closes and where he's going to pick to defend his line. It looks like he's placing his car relatively in the middle of the track to take up as much space as possible so Joe can't preemptively strike into an opening. From your point of view, Jack, what do you think, if you were in Joe's situation, what do you think you would do? Would you wait for Centrame to make a mistake, which is quite unlikely knowing Giovanni's nature, or would you go for a more aggressive approach?
Everyone is bound to make mistakes. I would honestly wait for one, or maybe pressure him just a little bit, enough to make him make a mistake, to force him into taking a bad decision and making a mistake, like we've seen earlier with the other 2 drivers and German pushing the other car in front of him into making a mistake. So I would honestly do that. Maybe a little bit more pushing, but other than that, I would wait for a mistake.
Yeah, I'd say you're right, because Giovanni really is the Iceman of this series. He is one of the more calm and collected drivers. Like he's just, even the way his Mr. Mean, while we talk to him either on the forum or the chats or wherever we are communicating with drivers at, he's not a man of many words, if I had to describe him. He's not exactly Kim Räikkönen. That would be a bit of an extreme, or Mika Hakkinen, but he's certainly Oh, I can't. I'm at a loss for words because this battle's getting too hot. Look, that's the closest Joe has ever gotten so far to Centorame this race. I can't even form sentences anymore because of how close the gap is at this point. But as I was saying, Giovanni is one of the most calm, reserved, and collected members of this series, and he does not take any for lack of using the bad word, he doesn't take any crap from anybody when it comes to racing. He is very, very serious. You can the energy, the body language of his driving tells me that he's very he's methodical. He's like the professor, Alan Prost. That's the best way I could describe Giovanni Centorami, the Italian professor. So it's going to be very interesting to see if our professor today can be rattled, because I have yet to see him make a very serious mistake today, and Joe is hounding on him from this perspective.
There's a yellow flag. That was Juho Sopanen again. He's still in turn 1, so he lost his nose. Sorry to cut you in there, but there's a yellow flag in turn 1.
Yeah, that Sopanen must be in agony with that knee injury he had. As I I'm losing my words again. I need to slow down. As I reiterate, he was in a real life, his motorcycle. He was in an accident, and he, what was it again? I think he dislocated his knee. Very, very sore injury indeed, and he still wanted to turn up to this race. So you can, proceed.
Yeah, he has a dislocated kneecap, and I think some fracture as well.
I think Sopanen just went straight off the track.
Yeah, he just went straight off the track. Yeah,
Sopanen's out. He went straight off the track. Something happened. He must be in serious pain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's one retirement I absolutely do not. I absolutely do understand. No.
Yeah,
we got word that he had steering wheel issues again.
Oh my God.
Remember at Hockenheimring when he went off at the Ostkurve?
I do.
Yeah, something similar must have happened to him there.
Yeah, he's been way too...
Surely it didn't help his knee when he went off there. Those things hurt.
I can only have words of hope that he's okay, because I wouldn't want him to strain himself any further. These cars require if he has the equipment, and I think he does from what I've seen, he's probably trying to heel toe these H-shifter fully manual 70s cars, and that's no easy feat with a bum knee. I can tell you that. As German looks up the inside of Mikula into the chicane, he doesn't get it done. The door gets shut very hard, very promptly on the Russian, so he'll have to work harder to look for a way around. It looks like Joe
went off. He just went under the grass in turn 1. So I think it's Joe who made a mistake in this case, not Giovanni.
He's recovered well, though. Yeah, 1.4.
Yes.
Yeah, it seems like my comment about Centorame rings true. He really is the professor of this series. Absolute calm under pressure. No issues whatsoever.
You do need to be calm and collected to drive cars like this. Just as a reminder, they have a big V8 engine at the back that makes a lot of power, and the cars are tiny and very light, so anything could go wrong with them if you just twitch the wheel at the wrong way. You need to be very, very careful with those cars, and being calm and collected certainly is good for you.
Sorry to cut you off. Yes, I agree completely with that statement. Nothing better than to finish a race than to risk it all just for spinning out and possibly crashing out of the race. But what was I going to say? I've forgotten now. I wanted to make a comment on Centorame, but yeah, I'll come back. It'll come back to me. It will. Yeah, I agree completely. There's nothing better than a driver who knows how to drive his car, who understands his car completely and knows his limitations and stays within those limitations. Like, that could be a demonstration there now. I think Korev was pushing hard to catch Mikula, maybe too hard, and off he went.
Probably spun out, yeah.
So, but Thurs has gotten a free position gained out of that. And Joe is probably on a charge to try and catch and pass Centorame once again.
In fact, Joe just did the fastest lap of the race with a 1:10.249. Oh, he locked up a bit. Then again, everyone locks up into this turn 2 here, this little chicane. Remember, these cars have tiny front tires compared to the rear tires, so they lock up easily.
Also, 1970s race cars, they don't have ABS.
No, they don't have anything, Jack. They don't have anything but you.
This is why I love these old cars. It's just you, the engine, and the steering wheel. If you mess up, you're dead. And I think it's brilliant, because it really means you have to be connected with the car and the track, obviously, in order to get a good lap and maybe make up a position or two. Just like what Centorame is doing right now.
Wise words indeed, Jack. Because I don't think I've ever seen a man more connected with his car other than Centorame today. Just absolutely on the ball.
But say though, Joe is closing the gap again.
I think we're going to see a dramatic finale to this race. I don't think it's going to end. It's going to be the Professor versus the Charger. It's giving me some serious Senna Prost vibes, and I'm looking forward to the result of this race. Are we going to come out with a 1988? We'll have to watch and see, because this is looking to be a tasty battle.
Oh, absolutely. And I can't wait for it to get more heated up.
Indeed, my friend, indeed.
Let's have a look real quick. The top 3 are separated by 4 seconds. The top 5 are separated by 20 seconds. I think this is a very, very close competition so far, even if we only have 8 cars still running. Again, Juho Sopanen, I think he might be in the green room. So if Matt wants to pull him up for a short interview, and I reiterate, short, absolutely nothing against that. Juho is a good friend of us, and I'm pretty sure he knows what he wants to talk about his few laps that he managed to do.
Yeah, I'll have a look at his. I will have a look for him in the chat to try and drag him in. It seemed I've gotten a message from him. He is very upset. He is not happy at all. He said he wants a moment to himself before speaking to us about the race. So I will give him that. I will respect his privacy, and we will come back to him shortly. I think the race is almost half over now, is it? I think we've seen a lot of laps here today.
We're currently entering lap 20 of 30.
Oh my.
We have now got 11 laps to go, and the fight for the win is still very much undecided.
I like this format. 30 laps on a short track. It's the perfect combination of length and it's not too long and it's not too short.
It's great as well. The track is
Yeah.
also a lot of fun. You know,
It's
and no
very
wonder there were
flowing.
so many series at this track in the past.
Yes, and it's
It's
going to be.
extremely flowing. It reminds me of 80s Silverstone, but it doesn't have such a high average speed that if you lose at least 5 seconds on the car ahead, you're not going to be able to keep up with them because you'll be out of their draft. But here, there's enough slow corners to be able to build up a lost time if you've made a mistake, as Joe is demonstrating. But not to a vain effort though, because Centrame is still ice in the mind, completely ice in the mind. Fire in his belly though, because no one drives like that without being absolutely. Oh my!
You just kind of. Oh, you cursed him!
Commentator scores. Oh my god.
Giovanni already went wide in turn 1, so Joe already caught him up by about 2 seconds in turn 1, and now he's passed.
Oh
Unbelievable.
my
I think
21 laps of sheer concentration.
Oh lord.
And one lapse in it.
That's one other thing about these cars and this track as well. You know, I think I don't know if we said that during the Hockenheim race, but you know, you make one mistake and you can lose a lot of time and position. Maybe even a win.
That's what I was saying earlier. These cars are complicated to drive. You twitch the wheel the wrong way, you go out the track.
Oh my god, I just cursed myself.
So do you think the Italian professor, I'm going to call him that from now on, he's earned that title. Do you think he'll have an answer to his mistake?
I don't know. That was a big mistake. Just look at the gap between the two of them. It's stable, but it's still a second and a half. Unless Joe makes a mistake, I think Centrame is not going to get the win.
He's got 9 laps to do it, so if he wants to do it, I do it now.
Exactly, which ties into something I wanted to say earlier about the track. With this layout and the fact that it's a rather short track, you don't really have a lot of time to correct a mistake. You have to drive aggressively most of the time if you want to make up that position. Because otherwise you're going to run out of time, run out of laps, and the race is going to end like that.
Yeah, he needs to put in the work. The professor can't quite be in his usual calm and collected demeanor as he normally would today. He has to fight harder than he has ever fought before in this series to reclaim the position he worked so hard to gain. 21 laps of sheer uninterrupted concentration. One, just like that, like you said, one mistake and it's gone.
We just got also word that Juho Sopanen can now join for the interview. He just messaged me that. So let's hear what our Finnish protege has to say.
I'll take. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, our Finnish driver, Juho Sopanen.
All right.
Hello.
Right, check 1, 2.
Yeah, you're good, loud and clear.
Yes.
So, talk us through what happened to you today.
I wish that I did more than like 10 laps, but at the 10th lap I spinned. Then I don't know what to put on the words, but the steering wheel was like a hammer already, and it just reconnected again.
Okay.
Is it similar to
So
what happened to you in Hockenheim?
Yes.
You had some sort of failure in Hockenheim,
Yeah.
which sent
Maybe
you into the wall.
Yeah, it may be the port, but yeah, I
No,
don't know
that's
what to
very
say.
that's unfortunate, man. Anyway, you drove with a injured knee today. I think we were speculating, or at least recalling what we remember. But how do you feel comfortable telling us about how exactly that happened?
I shouldn't go through with that right now, but
Okay, in that case.
I can only say that it's hard to drive with one leg. Like, well, the if yeah, I won't go through with that, but yeah, yeah, it is what it is.
Okay,
But
in that case, very unfortunate for you, Juho, but I hope your knee will be and everything will be healed by the time we get to the next few races.
yeah,
Okay, Juho Sopanen, ladies and gentlemen, and while we had the interview, we had a few news on the field. First of all, the gap between Giovanni Santorame and Joe Gillett, 0.3 seconds. They are right next to each other, right? Quite literally, actually.
Yeah.
Next up, Anderson Bernardino is in 6th place. He's in the points.
and
Oh, I didn't know he was. Oh, my bad. I apologize. I'll
Oh,
be
that's
back.
all good, all good, all good.
Okay.
I just wanted to point out oh my god! Centorama just went off the track!
whoa, whoa,
I'm
Oh,
bringing
wow.
back Juho. Juho, I'm sorry. I didn't know you weren't finished talking because we have to wrap the interview up very quickly as Centorame seems
Oh.
that can't get past Joe. He's being an immovable wall right now. But yeah, if you want to say your last couple of words before we get back to the main broadcast.
yeah. Well, I can say that these two are battling too much, and yeah, and that felt like a handbrake for Giovanni, to be honest.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the rest of the race.
Yeah.
Sorry about your misfortunes, and have a good evening.
It will change. It will change one day. It will change.
That optimism is what we want to see. Thank you very much.
Thank
That
you.
will soon, Joel.
Yeah. And I will see you guys next race, maybe in Nordic Challenge Cup.
See you then.
The battle for the while the battle for the win is kind of over now with Joe seemingly getting it. Let's have a look at P6 and P7. That's Anderson Bernardino fighting against Lucas Gomez for the final point, and ladies and gentlemen, they are very close to each other. Let's have a look at what they are doing.
It's looking unbelievably close now. That's so it seems like Joe's unbridled aggression has earned him the win today. Like he worked so hard. That's 20 laps of sitting behind, looking at the ass of another car for the entire race, and capitalizing on that one moment. And it looks like Lucas Gomez is about to demonstrate the same as he switches back, cuts back in, and then he's looking out on the outside. I think he may dive for the chicane. He's coming in with a lot of entrance speed. Bernardino slightly locks up, hugs the apex. Oh no, he's gone wide a little bit, giving Gomez the chance to go on the outside. They're side by side on the start-finish straight. Look at that. That would be a photo finish if we were on the lap. Lucas goes on the outside. He takes too much. He touches grass. And does he hit Joe? Did he hit Joe? Oh no, okay, he didn't hit Joe. That would have been something to behold.
That would have been a really bad crash for Joe because it would have taken him out of the race, essentially. He worked so hard for P1 and then just to be taken out by a lap down car, that would have been... wow.
Oh, God. No words for that drama. That is just too much.
3 laps to go now. Joe is about to enter lap 28. Well, you're halfway around lap 27. No, he's actually in lap 28. My bad. halfway around lap 28, about to start lap 29. And there's a fight for third place. Let's first have a look at that.
Oh, I'm sorry. We've been so caught up in everybody else that we've completely forgotten that Batars has been working hard, and I cursed him
mind.
again.
Going around. Oh no.
He's gone
I
off the
cursed
track.
him again. I need to be banned from commentating. I am bad luck. I am a terrible, no good, bad charm. If I try to compliment somebody, they're just gonna mess up right in front of my eyes.
I have a spare Lucky Rabbit's food if you want one.
Yeah, send her over. P.O. Box 420 96.
96 is not nice.
Oh.
Though.
What?
96 is not nice though.
Well, I would say the other, but you know.
Fair enough.
So, it looks like Lucas Gomez must be kicking himself because he's closing the gap aggressively, but I don't think he'll be. Maybe he'll do it. Let's get. Yeah, he's getting awfully close, and then there's Batars trying to lap him. So that's gonna look very entertaining. Lucas Gomez has no choice but to slow down. Bernardino will probably give it up at the chicane.
And Joe is
And
also
Edith
going
looks-
the final lap. Oh no!
It's come all undone, and even Bernardino had issues. He looked like he I don't know what happened there. Did he get hit?
I think
He looked
they
like he just lost control.
I think they touched each other.
Final lap.
yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
no.
Look at that. And he touched the curb, then he got tossed up in the air. Did Gomez capitalize on that? Surely Gomez got an overtake from that.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, he's still seventh. He's still seventh. Now they're side by side again.
Let's see it. Let's see it. Come on.
He's passed.
Did he make it through?
Yes. he
Anyway.
did.
Bernardino looks like he's trying to cut in, but he gets blocked off by Lucas's defense. And that is the last point scoring position. No, I'm speaking too early. That's Bernardino trying to fight back for the last point of the race.
To the front. Back to the front because we got a winner.
Joe Gillette took the win for Thruxton.
Well,
Today?
not yet. He's just going through the final chicane. But Matt, call it.
So Joe is our official winner for round 11 of the 1970. Look at him, even across the finishing line. He is absolutely above the moon. Centerame must be pissed. He still has 100% points scored in all races, but he must be pissed to not have 100% wins. Lucas Gomez and Bernardino fighting to the line. Lucas Gomez, unbelievable drive to snag that final points position from Bernardino. Bernardino will be livid with that lapping incident with Batars. Oh, he goes into the barrier. Luckily, the race is over, so no harm done. But
Gomez
yeah,
fell.
Batars and Anderson Bernardino, they will definitely have some. They might have some stern words for each other after the race. I hope not, but it looks like Bernardino lost the point scoring position because of that.
Yes.
But then again,
he did. He is
fast
seventh.
cars, two slow cars. It has to. I mean, I'm sorry, but blue flagging
look
is
at that,
blue
it
flagging.
It kind of looks like Edie's Butters may be a bit unhappy because, well, Joe, Giovanni, and myself are currently flying information towards the pits again, and Edie's just almost kind of crashed into all three of us. Anyway,
I think it was an accident. Yeah, he's caught up with you now. I think it was an accident. I don't know. And we'll talk about other races. There is no point in speculating.
no,
But yeah, there
look at that.
plenty
That was
of
a
drama.
race. That was a
Plenty
race.
of drama. Yeah, what a race it was. There was drama from start to finish. The Italian professor versus the charging Brit, then the battle of the Brazilian versus the Spanish terror of Lucas
Look at that
Gomez.
formation. Look at that formation. Isn't
Yeah.
that beautiful?
There's nothing better than a good race with a good ending.
Oh, there goes Giovanni. He still has some power left in that car of his. Look at that.
He wants
From
to make
left-
it up from losing P1.
From left to right, your winner, your second place, and your third place. Beautiful. That was 30 laps of Thruxton. The
90,
verdict? What's
pretty
the verdict?
much 95. Oh, the verdict for...
Yeah, Matt and Jack's verdict for the race. I can't really comment because I drove in it.
An unexpected result, if you had to ask me, because my money was on the Italian. Or you, Pascal.
Same.
I was
I've
not expecting Joe to just keep his cool, keep it better than Giovanni, and eventually force Giovanni into making a mistake. I was
And
honestly
look at
not
that, the
expecting that.
donuts. Look at the donuts from the Brit. He's elated. Look at that.
Can you blame him?
Unbelievable win for him today. I mean, he beat the professor at his own game.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
You
Look at
can't-
those donuts. Look at all those burnouts and donuts on the front straight as well.
Everyone having a good time. I
Yep.
think that's like, I don't, one DNF? What would that be in percentage for how many?
We had 1/9 of the field has finished. That is more about 9%, 11%. 11% DNF. That's about 88%, 89% finishing rate. That's about the highest we've had so far at CMH, and I think I blew my engine, but I think we can all agree that this is definitely deserving of some donuts.
Yeah, everyone raced spectacularly, and if there was incidents during the race, we'll have a look at them. But I'm honestly proud of everybody who came out here today to fight for points, because nobody gave up from start till finish. There was just unbelievable determination, and
Indeed. Well, look at
I
the
have
race.
I have nothing but good words to say, and that'll put me in a good mood for the rest of the week and the week coming forward.
Definitely. I mean, look, we had to postpone this race because of server issues, and
Yeah.
for the fact that we had to postpone it, it's still. And is the safety car going wild again? Yes, the safety car is going. It just killed me. Okay. For the fact that we had to postpone it, it was a pretty damn good race, wasn't it? I mean,
Oh yeah. I
for
can,
Jack, real quick to ask, you know, was that a good first race to commentate on?
Oh, absolutely. That was one of the best races I've seen in a while. Even with Formula One on television, this had everything. It had drama, it had fighting, and it had an unexpected ending. It had everything. It was a beautiful race, a brilliant, absolutely brilliant race.
Okay, well, I hope we'll have more of those in the future. Speaking of the future, what's coming up at CMH? First things first. Next Wednesday, we go to Nordic Challenge Cup. I just tried my best Swedish accent, I'm sorry. Look, for the third race after a long, long break, we have the third race of our Nordic Challenge Cup in Sweden, Mantorp Park. I think that's actually Wilma Johnson's home race. Like, he literally lives near Mantorp Park. That's at least what I gathered. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. If I'm right, I'm sorry as well. On August 11th, next Wednesday, there are more than 30 cars available, so you can come join CMH if you like this and take part as well. We got 5-liter cars, 3-liter cars, 2-liter cars. Hell, they're all fun. Next up, what's coming up next, Matt?
So we're going to Silverstone for the 12th round of the 1972 BRSCC Formula 5000 European Championship. I think we've been to Silverstone before, but it was a support race, not the big head honcho race. And I'm sure you guys people who are new to the channel, new to the community. I'm sure if you'd like to be part of the drama that unfolded today, head over to our Discord server. We also recently just opened a forum. I will have that forum link organized in the stream chat very shortly, and it will become a permanent link on the banner of the YouTube channel once I get that sorted out. And I hope to see you guys come with us in 2022, because Discord will slowly become not our main platform anymore.
With that said,
But
with
enough
that,
about that news. Enough
yes.
about that news. With that said,
I was
I'll hand it back over to you.
gonna say, you just went on a tangent again, Matt.
Yeah.
Speaking of the forum, let's have a look at what's coming up after that. The 7th race of the annual Classic Motorsport Top Gold Star Award for drivers. It is. We're going DTM racing, boys. Hell yeah! Tin Top Racing in Germany. The 20th ADAC, or ADAC if you're German. No, it's actually ADAC in German, but whatever. The 20th ADAC Flugplatzrennen at the Diepholz Airport on August 29th, 2021. Matt already mentioned the forum, and this is the first race, like as a little test bed that we do organizing through the forum. So if you want to do some tin top racing at an airport track, which has tire barriers that will flip you over if you hit them at the wrong angle, am I right, Jack?
Yes, I've had my encounters with those already several times, too many times.
If that sounds interesting to you, for 40 laps at this beautiful airport track, come sign up to the CMH forum. I think the link will be in the YouTube chat shortly. With that said,
Yeah, I'm organizing that right now.
With that said, well, you can also join the CMH Discord server, and we have a permanent link there as well. With that said, I think we have a race, gentlemen. With Jack Morelli, Matt Sibanyoni, and Pascal Mikula, it is good night and so long from Thruxton. Cue the music. Well, actually, don't cue the music. I don't think we have the music on standby. But that was Thruxton Saturday. Bottom text. Good night.
Good night.
See you at the next race.